I remember being in Philly. I was young, small tyke. I would have to guess between the ages of 5 and 7, and I had this friend of mine, older guy, probably middle school, took me downtown and to this apartment. No idea. And thinking about it now, like as a kid, I had no idea what the place was, but I'm guessing now it was like a crack house. And I remember us going in and immediately hearing gunshots, just poof, 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 and both of us hitting the ground. And then I think it was the first time I ever saw a gun, because the guy I was with pulled one out. And here I am, like 5'7", and I'm seeing a gun for the first time. I'm hearing gunshots for the first time. And I remember having this feeling of being terrified. And I'm guessing it was the guy's first time holding the gun too, because he fumbled it. He was like, and it fell and slid towards me. And he was yelling at me to grab it. I mean, he was yelling at me, a kid, 5'7", to grab a gun. And I just knew better. I was terrified, so I kicked the gun away. I kicked the gun towards him, and I ran the opposite direction. And that's kind of like the end of my flashback there. But a letter came to me who the guy was. I saw it in the journal entry I wrote like a long time ago. It was this kid named David, and David was the one guy who always had my back, always. And like when I first came to Philly, even as like a kid, people jumped me for no reason. I got jumped by just anybody, everybody. But then David would always be there to stand up for me, just stick up for me. Heck, this kid even taught me how to like use sticks to protect myself. We would sword fight like in the middle of the street. But he was the guy who had the gun. He was the guy who fumbled the gun and it slid to me, and he yelled at me to pick up the gun. During this flashback, I had this tremendous feeling of fright. And I'm thinking mostly because it was kids doing this stuff. Kids shooting at each other. Kids holding guns. Kids being forced to make this choice. I think this is one of the reasons why I'm so prone, I'm leaning so towards law enforcement, because kids shouldn't have to do that. Kids shouldn't have to hold guns. Kids shouldn't have to defend themselves. That's what adults are there for, cops are there for, to stop the bad guys. So this flashback really just reinforced in my head how much I should really be in law enforcement. Because someone needs to be looking out for the kids.